What is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben gaming video. Please do consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoy this video by the end of it, and leave a like if you enjoy it as well, and let me know in the comments down below what you think. What can I do to improve? I'm always looking to improve my content, so please let me know what I could do to make things better. But the news today is Sony might be working on its own PC game launcher. A reference to the PlayStation PC launcher was actually found in the PC version of Marvel's Spider-Man. So let's have a read and we'll discuss. Sony has been wading into the street waters of PC gaming with real intent over the past few years, with some very good ports of previous PlayStation exclusive hits like Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, and coming soon, Uncharted. We have no idea when that's coming. I'm still waiting for it. It would be nice to get that soon. It may be getting ready to go deeper with its own exclusive game launcher. VGC reports that references to a PlayStation PC launcher have been found in the files of the recently released PC version of Marvel's Spider-Man. Currently, Sony's PC releases go where you'd expect them to, Steam and Epic Game Store. But the reference to a separate PlayStation launcher opens the possibility that Sony could follow in the steps of Activision and Bethesda by offering its games in its own walled garden. Given that Sony PlayStation games are already on Steam, my guess is that Sony would introduce an intermediary launcher, not unlike Ubisoft's Ubisoft Connect, which contains a separate user profile and appears whenever you launch one of its games from Steam or Epic. The discovery of a reference to the PC launcher follows shortly behind a report of similar findings indicating that Sony could be preparing to let PC gamers link PlayStation Network accounts to its games, with in-game bonuses on offer for those who do so. Maybe something like the trophies. That would be really, really cool. I actually much prefer a sort of PC trophy system. I know we have the Steam, like rewards that you get from doing certain achievements, but the trophy system, let's face it, is the best one from all platforms, in my personal opinion. So moving to a proprietary platform would potentially allow Sony to make more money from fewer sales, as the publisher has to fork out over a 30% cut to Valve on all Steam sales, reducing to 25% after 10 million earned, and 20% after 50 million, and a somewhat less onerous 12% to Epic for EGS sales. And we're not talking about couch change here. Sony predicts in May that it will earn 300 million in PC game sales in 2022, a huge jump from the 80 million it earned in 2021 and 35 million in 2020. Even with its own launcher in play, I strongly suspect that the vast majority of PlayStation PC sales would continue to be made through Steam. But a standalone launcher could simplify the process of integrating PlayStation Network functionality into its games, for instance, and possibly even gamer-friendly features similar to Play Anywhere on Xbox, which grants multi-platform access to games regardless of which platform they're actually purchased for. So you could purchase a game on PlayStation or on PC, and you could play them either on PlayStation or PC, only buying that game once, which, to be honest, seems like a very un-Sony move. Like, I couldn't imagine that would be something they'd want to actually do. Interestingly, this isn't the first time that a possible PlayStation PC launcher has come up. Xbox Era podcast co-host Nick Baker referenced a rumor about a PlayStation PC launcher back in February. I've been told that they are going to have a PC launcher, he said, and I believe they're looking into implementing cross-buy with that, Baker said. So if you get a PlayStation version, you get the PC version, like Microsoft's Play Anywhere incentive. So, let's kind of, sort of talk about this a little bit more in depth. Personally, in my opinion, I hate this idea, okay? And hear me out a second. I am a very big adopter and very big fan of the Steam Deck. If you guys have watched any other content on my channel, you would know that I love the Steam Deck. It's something I use on a daily basis, and to be honest, it's one of the best devices launched in a long time. And with that, if they do decide to go with the own launcher, yes, it's doable to obviously run Windows on the Steam Deck or have a launcher booted on the Steam Deck. It just adds that barrier. It's not as seamless. I like to have everything on my Steam account. I like to be able to track all the game time that I played on each game, track my achievements through Steam, even though they're not the best. I just prefer having everything on my Steam account because I know that's going to run on my Steam Deck. I know that when I boot up on my big TV, I can boot up Steam Big Picture mode. Very often these other launchers have a terrible version of that, or if at all. The PlayStation will launch with a very bare bones launcher, and I'll have to then go to my desktop to then click on the game I want to play, then send it over to the TV, rather than me just booting up Big Picture with my controller and playing the game from there on my TV and stuff. So for me, I know I literally stay away from other launchers because I hate it so much. Hopefully they do decide to, if they want to do this, hopefully they go the route of a bit more like the Rockstar launcher, where you can still buy Red Dead 2 on Steam, but it will just boot through the Rockstar launcher and you just have to, have your account. Maybe they just want your PlayStation account, registered with you playing this game so they can keep track of sales, or I don't know, keep track of people with PlayStation accounts. I have no idea, but they're obviously thinking about doing this. It's in consideration. I hope they don't completely remove it from the Steam store. I understand Steam's policy is a case of you have to, pay out more money, but at the same time, they are reaching so many people. There are so many gamers who, with the Epic Game Store coming up and Epic buying the rights to certain games to not release on Steam for 6 months, I know gamers, many of them on the internet, who are completely boycotting the games that have been launched exclusively on the Epic Games platform for 6 months. They just did not buy the game, and if it came to Steam, they still may not buy the game, and if they did, it was only the fact that it went to Steam. So, and a lot of people just didn't bother buying it at all. So the sales were impacted hugely on PC for them, purely releasing it on the Epic Games platform. And obviously, people would probably still do the same thing. In the end of the day, PC gamers are very different to console gamers. They don't necessarily care, oh, God of War's coming out, oh, it's on a separate launcher, I'm just not going to bother with it. They don't have the long ties to these franchises that a lot of the console people do, myself included. I have ties to the franchises because I like the Spider-Man franchise. I bought it on PC again. I like the Days Gone franchise. I bought it on PC when that launched again, and Horizon I'm going to play on PC again, and God of War, I've already bought it and it's in my backlog to play that again on PC. That's some money they would have lost out on if they have this cross-play incentive. I would only have bought all these games once, except, I'm an idiot and I bought them on PlayStation, and I've also gone and bought them again on PC. So they've actually made more money there in the long run. But so that is one positive. That is one positive thing that you can cross buy. Personally, it doesn't bother me because I'm no longer going to have a PlayStation once more of these games start coming, because there's no point. I'm going to wait for God of War Ragnarok to launch on PC. I'm not buying it on PS5. I don't see the point. I want to wait to get the best version of that game, and I don't mind replaying God of War 2018 on PC in a better way than I was playing it before, and then getting the new one, a little bit further down the line. This has kind of carried me over. There's plenty of games I can play until God of War. There's plenty of stuff to do. So yeah. I really hope anyway that they're not going to remove it from places like Steam. Steam is the best place. It's where the most PC gamers are. It's where the best sales are going to be. There are people who just physically will not buy this game if it is only released on another storefront and another kind of locked off wall. People just on the PC market do not like that kind of thing. And personally, I just like having all my games in one place. There are certain games that I just haven't bought because they're not in Steam. They're not on Steam. It's not that worth. I'm not that eager to play them, and it's just a shame. It's not convenient to play on my TV and have to boot up the game from my desktop PC across the room. Like, it's just not convenient. I prefer to have to be able to use things like Steam Big Picture, and obviously that's not going to be there with this sort of thing. And it's a shame. I think it's a real shame. And a lot of people, I know a lot of people may hate me for this and say, oh, you're just being a baby about the whole thing. Well, actually, no, because if you look at games like Call of Duty, those had their own store on Blizzard. And guess what? This year, they're now coming back to Steam. So you can literally, the proof is there that their sales decreased because games like that weren't on Steam. They're going back to Steam, and there's a reason for that. A lot of people were gonna buy this game on Steam over the Blizzard store now, myself included. Tons of people will. Like, you know, that literally proves that the biggest selling franchise every single year is coming back to Steam after being off Steam for years on PC. So that just proves it there. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Please do consider leaving a like. Please do subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my content, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.